Hey guys, welcome back to Exotic Muscle Cars. Today we're going to take a look at this 1996 Toyota Supra. Today, one of our viewers had lent us this car so we can give you the courtesy of giving it a nice solid review and showing you something that we all like. The Toyota Supra is just a phenomenal car, and my son's later going to show you why. But first, I want to introduce you to the woman who made this one possible today. This is Annette. Annette, come on over here and join us. Say hi.
Hola.
Okay guys, Annette can be found on Instagram at
Supra_girl, G-U-R-L.
All right, tell us a little bit about your car before we
So
go
I've had
forward.
her for 13 years. I babied her. She's been babysitting a garage now for a good 5-6 years, and she's for sale.
Okay, so we're gonna get on with this review, but I am not gonna be the face of this one today because I know you guys are getting sick and tired of seeing me. We're gonna put backseat Tommy in it today. And not only is he not gonna go in the backseat, he's probably gonna stuff me in there, but he's gonna do this review. So Tommy, come on over and join us.
Hey guys, welcome back. Backseat Tom here, not to be confused with Backseat Taxi. As previously stated, we've got a 1996 Toyota Supra. Big reason we wanted to do a review on this is because A, we had a reviewer kind enough to let us use it, and B, there is tons of hype surrounding the release of the new 2020 Toyota Supra. And we just wanted to get a little bit of appreciation and maybe bring back some nostalgia for some of you with the classic model. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's pop the hood and see what's under here. Alright guys, so what we have here is a twin cam 24 valve 3000cc motor. And what really makes this motor is it's full steel block. You know, it's nice, strong, durable, reliable, and that's what you want in any car. And that's what you get in this sports car. So let's go ahead and close this up and check out a couple other features that I like about this car. If you come over here, we have some upgraded rims and tires. AZA rims and 245 18s in the front with 265 18s in the back. So, you know, sports cars, you like to have a little bit wider tire in the back. It handles a lot better. So another feature I really liked about this was the Targa roof, which is fitted perfectly in between the two seals, you can see. And not only fits it on there perfectly, it says down, but it also fits in the back here with the hatchback. Alright guys, so if we take a look back here, some of my favorite characteristics of the car is this spoiler right here. It's probably what made this car most notable. I love she's upgraded the emblems here, and they are a sparkling purple, which complements the white paint very nicely. Some other things I like about it are the tail light designs. Alright, so let's take a look at the side real quick before we hop in and go. Another thing I really love about this car is the air vents down here. You know, it's not just for aesthetics. It gets in there so you can get the cooling to the brakes, because it is, like I said, you know, it's a sports car. The brakes are going to be hot. Alright, so before we take it out for a spin, let's get a nice cold start on it. Alright guys, so let's take a look inside here. I mean, it really feels like a cockpit here. You've got all your controls and everything. They're centered towards the driver. You have the odometer up here at the top, off to the side, not directly in the middle of your steering wheel like most cars. You got your clock, and you know, your gauges right here, your AC temps, whatnot, all that's over here. Nice arm length array. In 1996 was actually the first time Toyota sent a vehicle over with a passenger airbag. And alright, so when we were checking the car from the outside, we touched on it a little bit, but this is a Targa top, and right here is where you would unscrew it and take it off to put it in the back if you want to go topless. Another feature that I was actually a little surprised by myself, being that I am a millennial, is that power seats did exist in the 90s. One last thing I wanted to check out was the back seats before we take off here. And to do that, we're gonna get my dad in there. And he's got a decent sized figure, so let's see if he can fit in here.
Are we good? All right, so it looks like it's payback for me sticking Tommy in the back seat last week and calling him backseat Tommy. So he's gonna try and cram me into this. Okay, just so you know, I'm 6'2", 220 pounds. So let's go see what this works like. Seat up a little bit here. Yep. All right, so it looks like I can barely get in, but if I needed to have a ride home, I can make this work. I'd probably have to sit in the back seat there and keep my knees up over here, but either way, I can see some little baby basically sitting in here. All right, so to get out of this, there is a neat little lever here. It's a foot lever, but my size 12s can't get it, so I'm gonna have to push it on the side. I push that down. There you go. That gets me out of the car safely, and all good. All right, let's take this car for a ride and see what it's got. I like the sound of this.
It sounds nice.
It's just got an aftermarket muffler on it, which really gives it a good little sound. Now this is the 220 horsepower inline six, right, Tommy?
Yes, sir. Correct. Come with 218 pounds of torque.
Wow. All right, well, that's almost even out.
Yeah.
And
Same thing with the twin turbo as well. 320 and I want to say 318 with the.
That's really good. That's just like, I mean, balance. That's what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
You can balance like that. That's great. The suspension's really stiff on this. I mean, honestly, how's it feel over there?
I mean, it feels good. Like, it doesn't feel. You wouldn't think that you're necessarily sitting in a car that's 23 years old. It feels new. Like we hit little bumps here and there, and you don't notice them.
It's not super noisy either.
No.
All you really hear is that rear exhaust and fan from the air conditioning.
Yep.
I mean, so it's not bad at all.
I mean, there's a reason these cars are still wanted and sought after. Toyota did a very good job with them.
Yeah, that's it. This is nice. I like this. It's actually pretty comfortable for my size and everything.
Yeah, I'm a lot smaller than you, so I fit in nice for it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I feel like we need to do some drifting with this car. That's like
that I agree
immediately
with. I want to pull the e-brake first thing.
Now we won't, but it's the feel that you get when you're in this seat. It's like, Fast and Furious all over again.
Absolutely. And that's, that was another thing that really made this car become popular after it was done being manufactured in the U.S. And that's Fast and Furious films.
Yeah, they took these things and, this car right here, the turbo edition of this car was able to be tuned out to like 1,000 horsepower in like with no effort.
I mean, there's probably thousands of add-ons to the Supras. It's ridiculous. And again, I mean, we just keep saying reasons why people like it, but that's another reason why some people like it.
I'm telling you, I'm absolutely loving the design. The design of this car.
Super sexy.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's a 96, but yet it fits in today's market.
Absolutely, yeah, easily, absolutely.
I don't see why. I know these things are holding high value right now. I've seen them all over from $60,000 to $160,000. Turbo, non-turbo. They're jumping all over. Guys, if you want to know the price on this car, go ahead and shoot a DM to Supra_girl. Now I'm going to post that up here also so you can see it, but this would be a good car to buy.
And if you're a kind parent, you want to get your kid a sports car, this feels a little bit reliable that you could do that.
No, it's a good car.
Or you could be like my father and get a Ford Contour.
Did it run?
It ran. Didn't have AC, but it ran.
Was it rotted?
A little bit.
No, it wasn't.
It came from my great grandmother.
That's sentimental value. You can't put a price tag on that. Nice. Wow, the handle's great there too. Look at that. There was no movement to it whatsoever. I was actually expecting to kind of fishtail over there because
I was holding on to the side here to brace for it. And I overcorrected because, like you said, there's nothing on it.
Nice. You know, I'd like my car with a little bit more horsepower, but all in all, it's I'm really liking this car.
I love this Orlando.
Fucking I-8 looks good, dude.
It does.
I love those cut lines in the back
You
of it.
can't argue with it.
That's actually what makes that car for me. That right there, those lines coming through, and then underneath the same thing.
I think
the car's great.
everything they did about it makes up for the lack of the horsepower.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've never really watched a car drive, but this is my first time watching the car drive away, and I gotta tell you, man, I like it.
Should've won that, but we just weren't meant for roundabouts in America yet. People were not ready for them.
It'd be great to drift this car right around the roundabout. Guys, man, it's ridiculous. That's all I want to do is drift the car.
You know, I wonder how many generations removed from the Nazi era of Germany gets to work on those engines. Because that's why BMW runs so damn smooth. Germans are masters of engines.
Germans are good.
Yep, it's no secret.
I mean, trust me, I like some good old American horsepower, but
Yeah. It's nice. but
German and Japanese cars are built well.
They have finesse to them.
This here, it's built well.
Yeah.
96.
Smooth, it's sleek.
You know, this shows 157,586 on the odometer. That's a good amount of miles, and I don't feel anything.
No, you don't. That's what you don't notice.
Yeah, that's wild.
I was only 5, so I don't know what it was like to drive it when it was brand new. But if I hopped in here like I did, you wouldn't take a guess that it had that many miles on it.
Okay, going back to when I was in school and even afterwards, because this, like I said, came out in '96. What was the first year this came out?
I believe the first one they released in the U.S. was in '93.
Right?
But they started making them in Japan in 1978, and they were kind of split between this and the Toyota Celica, and then I want to say mid '80s they split it up and went their separate ways. The Toyota Supra got its own emblem. Toyota Celica went with the your standard Toyota emblem, and the rest is history from there.
I actually didn't know any of that. That's cool. So, either way, I still had, during this time in the '96 eras, I still had American muscle cars, or whatever you want to say, Cobras, Mustangs, Camaros, E28s, Trans Ams. That was my thing. I've always been an old Mopar buff, but I'll tell you what, you know how many times I've seen the rear of this car trying to catch up to it?
I can imagine.
It was amazing. And that's what made this car to me, like, I was like, nah, I'm sticking to my American cars, but I keep getting smoked by this car. I was like, what the hell?
Sometimes you just gotta give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, well, here I am now, 20-something years later, I am giving this car the credit it deserves.
Patience comes with age.
Yeah, I guess. Well done, Toyota. I'm actually impressed. For a 220 horsepower motor, it's a solid ride. It handles great.
It's 23 years old, and I mean it's nice. Like,
Look at the visibility.
Yeah.
I mean, the visibility is everything.
Your blind spots aren't bad.
No, it's today's cars are, you can't see out of half of today's cars. And this here is, you know.
I'm willing to bet the 2020 Supra has a bad blind spot in it. Maybe not.
I don't know. We're going to have to check out a 2020.
Yeah.
Now, that 2020 Supra is off of a BMW Z4 frame and motor, right?
Correct, yes, and they're actually made at the same plant.
Really?
Yep, in Austria.
So, I'm willing to bet that they're really going to beef that car up and do something special with
I think
it.
the next couple of years, yeah, you might get a few special packages. Kind of like how the new Corvette is coming out. Only the Stingray package is available, but they have a future with higher powered engines going forward.
Like a Z06 and
Yeah.
ZR1?
Yep. Which, assuming or predicting that it's going to be the ZR2.
Okay. Well, I'm excited now. I want to really get into a Toyota Supra 2020 and see how that is, and what the styling versus this into that. I've seen pictures, and I got to tell you, I think the interior is relatively close from what I'm seeing on pictures versus what I'm sitting in right now.
Now there's tons of hype surrounding the 2020 as well, but I feel like a lot of the big YouTube viewers,
Stradman.
Yeah, like I don't think they're too crazy about it. And I don't know if it's because
Well, Stradman went out and bought one, so
he did. Okay, crazy enough to go buy one like he did. Yes, absolutely. But then he's tearing it all apart and redoing it. So I don't necessarily know that people are thrilled with what they're getting, or if it's because a lot of these guys are used to high-powered, exotic imports such as Ferraris, Lamborghinis.
well, let's take a look at Stradman for
Things
instance.
like that.
He's got an Aventador, he's got a Gallardo, and he's taking the new Jeep. The new Jeep Gladiator. He's turning that into the 700-800 horsepower beast, and he's going to make it 6-wheel drive. So somebody like that and gets into a regular Supra with no turbos or no power. I mean, yeah, you're going to take that and
Right.
beef it up a lot and go for it. I mean, again, you should.
Yeah, and I think the 2020 release is also kind of a, like we just said before, it's almost like a test run. And the first one sold for 2.1 million, so I'm sure they got,
Serious?
Yeah, the first one sold in the US for 2.1 million. Now, that's not what all of them are going for. I'm sure you're going to see a few, though, that go for that price for people that buy one or two and try to flip them maybe, because they're going off the lots quick.
Right. All right, well, that looks like a wrap on this test drive, and I got to tell you guys, if you are interested in owning a 1996 Toyota, I would say at least give her a shout out in their DM and see if you can set up a test drive with this and take a look at it. I think you'll be impressed on this car. Very well put together, still in great shape, and overall this has been a great review.
Yeah, I think so too. Another thing, we discussed, we said there's 157,000 miles on the odometer. One car I have owned before in my lifetime was a Toyota Paseo, and that thing had close to 300,000 miles before I couldn't repair the alternator anymore, or before I didn't want to put any more work into the alternator. So Toyota makes a very, very reliable car, and nobody's ever going to argue with that.
Go ahead, if you like the video, guys, give us that like. We need those thumbs up.
We need those thumbs up, we need those comments, we need the subscriptions. Send them to your friends, your family. If you like us, you don't like us, you find us annoying, awesome. Just annoy people with that. It doesn't matter, we'll accept it. We need the likes, we need the subscriptions.
Don't forget to go ahead and give Supra Girl a shout out. A special thank you for letting us borrow your car today and filming it.
Yes, absolutely.
Eye opener, very impressed with the car. We loved it. Again, Supra_girl. Give her a shout out, give her a follow. Again, if you like what we're doing, hook us up.